Alright guys, hello and welcome to a 200% hybrid guide at Zamorak. In my opinion, the most fun way to do the boss, so I really would recommend giving it a go. What you need is a mage set of gear and a melee set of gear at the same time. I know it's quite scary, but don't worry. Alternatively, you can take it slower and just do a mage setup, or you can simply camp a range setup as well with the new bow is very good. But I would recommend, at least once you get comfortable with it, doing a little bit of hybrid, because it's actually really not that bad. So we have the standard mage setup, just main hand, offhand, and Staff of Armadillo, with the Zami Staff and Armadillo Battle Staff Essence of Finalities. Then we have the Vestments melee set, which I would definitely recommend. The set bonuses are super nice. Then I have Length Swords, so I can do Destroy and Hurricane with the same weapons. And then I've got a Zaras Godsword here as well, which could be any 2H really. That is exclusively for casting Meteor Strike. So we're going to kind of do a little talk through this skill, and hopefully you guys can see how cool it is. And it's really not that scary, I promise. You guys can do it. You can. But yeah, so starting off the kill, we want to Sunshine just before the last wizard is coming down. Got a bit of a gen on him. You can star spec the wizard, you don't have to. It can be good to save it for the boss. It just kind of depends how fast your kills are. But at least when starting out, I'd recommend doing like the old Sunshine Tsunami star spec on the boss as usual. Conquab magic, like Tendrils, Omnipower, whatever, doesn't matter. Armadillo Battle star spec, do whatever you want. It really does not matter with magic, does it? But what we want is to phase the boss really quickly before the spec, jump into the realm straight away, and anticipate and surge down. And here, ideally you have a bit of star spec left, and you can like kill him a bit faster. But if not, it doesn't matter, it's fine. Nothing to worry about. So I'm going to kill that guy down, and ideally be 100% adren. I wasn't, so I had to click the boss and use some defensives. Switch over to melee at the prayer, then we Zerk, we barge, we sigil this one, we assault, destroy for a couple of hits, switch to the 2H, use Meteor Strike, back to the Lings, and then raw overpower. And look at that damage at the top. It is crazy. It's a lot of stuff, but yeah. And then here we can either like flurry or hurricane or basic the boss, it's up to you, but get out there as soon as possible. I should have bladed dived over to the boss here as well, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. So we want to staff spec first, because we need the cooldown up again later. And we still have the Meteor Strike crit buff, so our adren builds very fast. I'm supposed to be a blue meta man here, but unfortunately I'm not. But it doesn't really matter. You're supposed to Tsunami like here or on the Witch, but it's kind of whatever. But again, I just Tsunami in here instead, so not really much of a problem. But basically we're trying to upkeep the crit buffs as long as we can, which basically means every time you crit, you gain 10% adrenaline. It's really good. And then once again, we're back to melee, so same as before. Barge, a couple of basics this time. Don't have sigil anymore. Then assault, destroy if it's up. I was a bit late that time, so I just used Meteor Strike, but it worked out. And then the old raw into overpower on grey HP is super OP, because on the grey HP the hit cap is 32.5k, and you actually hit that twice. It's very strong. Then here again, I did meta first this time because my staff spec was still on cooldown, but normally you want to staff spec again just because cooldowns. Then just use standard stuff really, Omnipower, Wild Magic, Tendrils, whatever you want. Phase the boss, surge in, anticipate, and like Tsunami this guy. I think I just fix it probably. Yeah, there we go. And then with all the adren buffs, I'm still 100% adren. Then at the last phase here, this one can hurt. But if you melee it and kill it fast, it's not too bad. Just make sure if he does the melee slam here, assuming you've skipped every spec so far, it will hurt, so I'd recommend using Devotion Prayer Melee. Yeah, there it is. Oh, we just killed it in time there, so we got a bit lucky. So that's not too bad. So that's phase 1 to 6. Just going to slow it down a sec to talk about P7. So we're back to Magicianing. Kill the demon. Then we're both going to be sunshining by the boss up here. And you want to be kind of careful because it's actually very easy to do too much damage. So we sunshine there, do a tiny bit of damage on the runes next to you, like one ability each. And then, kill whatever runes he chooses. And you kill them by doing a Tsunami on the first one, and then a staff spec on the second one. So there I did the torch second, as we call it. So staff spec there, and then if you want, you can switch to the blood barrage spell, because barrage spells do actually travel through the air 1 tick faster, which could be very beneficial to just like squeeze in a little bit of extra damage. And then assuming you killed the runes quickly enough, all you have to do here is like be high HP, and then just before he fires out the melee hit, you want to pray melee and use vitality potion, and that should tank like both this melee hit here and the big bomb coming. If you want, you can use disruption shield on that bomb, but you really shouldn't have to. Yeah, basically, yeah, Omni Power, Tendrils, Wild Magic, and he's basically dead. Like that is the phase in this setup. It is honestly crazy. And if you do it right, you should have a kill time around 4 minutes, or if you're really well practiced, you can do even faster. Fastest so far is, well, fastest that we've got is 325, which is honestly insane. But anything that's anything that begins with 330 is insanely good. 340, very good. 350, fine as well. 4 minutes, still good. But yeah, let's just watch this phase one last time. So yeah, we Sunshine up there, Tsunami over this way on the pillar, and then Staff Spec on the other pillar. Okay, I Staff Spec that pillar as well, but it doesn't really matter. And then we run up a little bit like this, and then I think I Omni Power, then Tendrils probably. Oh no, Omni Power, Wild Magic into Tendrils here, so nice and easy. And yeah, that's literally all you need, and it's dead. Like, it's really not that bad if you have the gear for it. Obviously, if you don't quite have this gear, you can you know, obviously like kill it a bit slower, and you'll be absolutely fine. But I really would recommend giving this a go. Like, I think it's really, really fun once you get into it. I would recommend either duo or trio, like they're both about the same. I would not recommend any higher teams though, because phase 7 does get a bit dodgy. You technically can do this solo, but I promise you it is significantly better in group, like significantly. So basically like these kills, if this was in solo, would be about 5 minutes, but instead it's, yeah, that one was 346. So it's a massive difference. So I really would recommend trying to convince your buddies to give it a go. You can of course wear a Ring of Death if you want to, if you're scared about dying with your hybrid stuff. If you want to, but if you're brave, then you just jump in. Because honestly, like the fact it's only 200%, it is, you know, it is quite hard to die. Basically, the only way you're gonna die is if Zami does the melee slam and you're not praying melee. That's the only way you can die. Like there shouldn't really be anything else. So yeah, super friendly. So best of luck, guys, if you wish to give this a go. And yeah, tell me what you think. I think 200% group is really good, and I would highly recommend trying it. So give it a whirl, let me know what you think, and yeah, hope you guys get some good luck on the drops as well. I'll see you next time.